Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, let's see. It's doing that fun thing where video is tiny. Make the video. That looks a little more normal. Hello, welcome everyone. I am so glad you're here. I see so many familiar names in the chat. Hello and welcome. JC Henry is here. Hello, Tiffany is here. Hello. I see Takara. I see Sarah. Hello. Drayton made it. Drayton, you remembered. I'm so happy. Steppers is here. Hi, how is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? It is a few seconds behind Twitch. Yeah. So I'm simultaneously broadcasting this to Twitch and YouTube, and it's been a while since I've done this, but I'm also, just for the heck of it, streaming this to Facebook. I sent out a newsletter today and I got a response that was like, "Hey, I used to go to your create-alongs back when they were on Facebook." And I was like, "Oh, well, I guess I can try to make that happen." So hello, wherever you are tonight, wherever you're hanging out, watching the stream from, welcome, hello. Thank you for being here. My name is Sarah Ray Werner, and I am a creator of things. I'm a writer, I'm a podcast producer living here in the Midwestern United States. And I don't know, just excited to be here. Oh, Sarah says I half read the newsletter and then life called me back and I had to stop. Yes. I feel like that's extremely normal. And it's even nice of you to open it. So thank you. Um, I've got some tea here tonight. It's got turmeric in it, so it's probably going to turn my mug yellow, but I don't care. It's going to be healthy and good for me. Hopefully inspire some creativity. So, how is everyone doing this evening? What has everyone been working on creatively? Um, oh, Sarah. Sarah says there are things I always open. You are part of those things. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. I was really nervous to send out that newsletter today, because I also, well, for a few reasons. I released a new Right Now podcast episode. You can listen to it. It is out on wherever you enjoy your podcasts, except for YouTube. I went through this whole thing. I changed hosts, and along with that comes difficulties getting things to broadcast over on YouTube. So I have to figure out how to get my show back onto YouTube. But so that'll be fun. Um, oh, your birthday is Tuesday. Takara, that's fantastic. I hope you have some really fun stuff planned. Hey, Stephanie is here. Stephanie says, so great to be here again this week. I'm glad you're here too. Stephanie says, this week I'm editing for others, revising and adding to my YA spec fiction. I love to hear it. Hey, Takashi is here. Welcome. I'm so glad to see you here. Tiffany says, I'm doing 2 writing sprints at once. My friend is on Zoom while I'm on this live. That's amazing. You are just like maximizing your writerly time. Takashi says, working on the Christmas horror story and the dark fantasy novel. I love to hear it. Takashi, I know you've been working on both of these things. And it's honestly, it's kind of nice to have 2 projects to go between. I've learned that for myself. So oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. Tiffany says, I can't wait to listen to your latest podcast. Thank you. It is about getting stuck in the rewriting cycle, which is a place I often find myself for many reasons. My dear, beautiful friend Jordan and I have been talking about like what's at the root of this. In addition to perfectionism and like some ADHD inclinations, oh, Steffers, your birthday's coming up too. This is like a party time here. We have a big party for writers and birthdays. Alyssa says, has anyone written a fantasy novel? I feel like several people here have written or are writing fantasy novels. Um, yes. Oh, JC Henry says, I'm working on my space saga and vampire romance. I love it. Flanny, welcome. Flanny says, dipping into my historical fiction work in progress. JC Henry says, my vampire romances have fae in them. That's definitely counts as fantasy. Tiffany says, I'm working on an outline for an editor. Ooh, Alyssa says, I'm thinking of doing a fantasy novel with romance in it. Yes, do it. Yes. I think we need more fantasy novel. Well, I think we just need more of your work. And yes, I'm talking to you. Sarah says, I have a lot of assignments nowadays since I'm in the second half of my semester in graphic design. Yay. I have to make a book cover for a preschooler book. I have to invent the story for it and all of that. Oh, I, of course, use my dog's little quirks to build it. I can't wait to see the results. That actually sounds really delightful, Sarah. Oh, and Sarah is also working on a fantasy novel in between assignments. Drayton says, my Stout Tales is a beer fantasy. I love that. Drayton writes, I feel sci-fi, fantasy, speculative fiction, kind of everything in between. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people who come to these create-alongs are like, what's the word for like multidisciplinary when it's writing different, I guess multi-genre writers, multi-talented. Um, so yeah, we've got a lot. Polyvalent. That's a good one. I like that. Polyvalent. Yes. Tiffany says, I've been rewriting my current novel for longer than I would like to admit. I'm just same, same. My husband and partner Tim and I have been taking ASL, and I've been doing a lot of same. So, yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Steffers, excuse me. Steffers says, I took the year off to focus on reading. I love this. And I'm about to meet my 2025 goal of 100 books. Holy cow. And I even upped that from 80 back in August. I took time off from writing because I just couldn't. Yes, persistent depressive disorder for the win. Yes. But for next year, I'll be reducing my reading and using the extra time to write, starting with the novelization of Spectre. I love that. I love that you're doing that. Good. Takara says, I'm working on my fictional record label, TSTG Records. I am very excited about that. Oh, fantastic. Alyssa says, I've had a story idea in my head for a while. Alyssa, that is fantastic. If you, yeah, if you want to use our time tonight to just start exploring what that looks like. I don't know if you've written novels before or if this is your first one, but let us know how you're feeling about the process. And this goes for everybody here. This is a really wonderful, lovely community of people who help each other out. And so, yeah, if you need anything along the way, just let us know. Oh, oh, oh. I'm going between three chats, but I think I'm caught up. So, oh, hi. Oh, thank you for being here this evening. Like I was saying before, I have a new Right Now podcast episode out about rewriting. And that was fun to produce. It felt good to talk about. It always feels good to talk about things that I'm struggling with because often I find a solution when I talk about them. So thank you all for being my therapist. Um, I also sent out a Dear Creators newsletter today, and that's really what I was anxious about. That I have my Dear Creators email list, and if you'd like to sign up for it, please do. If you're already on it, thank you. You can do that over at my website at sarahwerner.com, which I think is down here for your reference, sarahwerner.com. But I went for a long time. I went for a long time without writing any newsletters, and I was so scared every month that went by that I didn't write some kind of I don't know communication to the folks on my list. I felt worse and worse, and I felt like there was a thicker and thicker wall that I would need to break through. But I did it this morning. I caught folks up on my last few Right Now episodes and did a link to the story club that I do on Thursday afternoons with my good friend Asa. We are doing tomorrow. We've been working through this amazing horror. If horror is not your thing, that's okay. You can still come for the conversation if you want, because it's really fun. But we've been working through The Dark Descent, which is an anthology edited by David G. Hartwell. Tomorrow's story is by a writer who I just discovered. A friend sent me a short story of his a few days ago, and now I get to read a second one. It's the author's name is Robert Aikman. The story is called Larger Than Oneself, and I'm really excited to dive into that. So, if you're interested in coming, that will be on my Twitch. Later, it'll be on YouTube. All right. Oh, I love this. Okay, a lot of comments coming in. Drayton says, I'm working on a fun project called Pensies. Ooh. And let me know if I'm saying that incorrectly. A cast of quirky human-like pen characters promoting Deb's Novelty Pen of the Month Club. That's so sweet. To spark creativity and real handwritten connections for kids and anyone who loves fun pens. Drayton, I love that. Oh my gosh. I hope that it's fun to work on too. I hope that you are having a lot of fun putting that together. Sarah says, I'd say that if you write fantasy as your first novel, don't make the same mistake as me. Build up a world so big that you have more than a trilogy lined up. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Alyssa. I appreciate that. Um, Tiffany says, lately I've been wanting to finally kick off my website's newsletter and consistently blog. Oh. I guess, my first question is always, well, that's not true. One of my first questions is usually, what's keeping you from doing it? But also, with my past life as a marketing consultant, I also should probably ask like, oh, who's your audience and what do you want to achieve and, all of that stuff. But Alyssa says, I love Stephen King. He is amazing. Yes, there are so many. Stephen King actually has the first story in this anthology. And it was one I had not read before. It's called The Reach. And it was a very surprising story. And I think he has a couple of stories in here as well. And his book on writing, which is it's a sort of memoir slash how-to book about getting into creative writing. That was one of the first writing books that I ever read. And so, oh, I love that you're heading out on this journey. That is really, really exciting. So yes. So I've heard from some of you what you're working on this evening, what you're dreaming about. Let me know, anyone else who hasn't spoken up yet, if you would like to let us all know what you're working on. We'd love to hear it. But, ooh, yeah, I am, as you may notice, still sitting in my chair. Let's see, I don't know which way to point for these things. Yeah, my back is healing nicely. I had spinal surgery and was doing a lot of work back there on the floor. But now I can sit in a chair and it doesn't hurt. And I'm very grateful for that. So, those of you who have been here throughout the whole saga, you know, you know how it is. Takara says, I'm trying to come up with a new R&B singer. I know what he looks like, but I'm trying to figure out what he sounds like. Ooh, are you doing any like audio parts for him, or is this more you want to describe how he sounds for a written piece? Um, no, I know. JC Henry says, I have to find The Dark Descent in the library. It's not an ebook. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Finding books is I don't know, it can be a challenge. I try to get most of my books from the library as well. This one I bought because I'm doing story club and I needed to write in it. So I don't know if you can see this, but you can see there's a lot of writing here in the margins that I think the library would not appreciate in one of their books. And yeah, it's not an ebook. Um but it is a really good collection of short stories. But I don't know, a lot of the stories in the Dark Descent I've been able to find online. A lot of them are older stories, a lot of them have been printed in like literary journals, and they're accessible online. So yeah, I don't know. Again, the story that we're reading for tomorrow is called Larger Than Oneself by Robert Aickman, Aickman, if you're interested in looking that up. Asa and I do story club on Thursdays, and I think we're at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and we'll be on both Asa's YouTube and my Twitch, or some configuration of that. Um, so yeah, we'd love to see you there. I know. JC Henry says that is the fun of having a physical book. I miss it using devices. I know. I have both. I was always like a paper books always kind of person, but good, I'm dropping everything. A friend's gifted me their mother's old Kindle. Um and I found that I really enjoyed it, especially traveling. Back before my back injury and the medical stuff, I was traveling a lot, and it was so nice to be able to just like slip this into my bag. It weighs pretty much nothing, instead of carrying around my usual like armload of books. But at the same time, I love writing in books. I love going back and um I don't know, referencing my old notes. I love I don't know, taking pictures of the pages and sending that to people. So you can see here, um, again, some more heavy writing and note taking. This is Page by Page by Heather Sellers, which I referenced in my newsletter today. Has been weirdly helpful. I started reading it. I didn't know how much I would enjoy it. It's very different from, say, Stephen King's On Writing. She actually has you do these exercises at the end of each chapter, and if you do them, you will notice things about your writing, and that has been a delightful surprise for me. Um, oh, fantastic. JC Henry, hello, I see you on Facebook. Oh, he's writing his first single. Okay, so he needs like a voice, and okay, I gotcha. Well, my friends, the way that this usually works, I'm just so happy you're here. The way that this usually works is we chat a little bit about writing and our craft. We talk a little bit about the projects we're excited about. Um, and then really the I don't know what to call it. I don't want to say like the meat of it. The main event, I guess. I don't know. That sounds weird too. But yeah, we're gonna have an uninterrupted writing session. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just show you here. Oh no, my screen's all messed up on this one too. It's because I used Zoom. I had a family call on Zoom before this, so just pardon me for a second. There we go. Okay, now I look normal again. Fantastic, good. Anyway, yeah, so what happens is basically I minimize the chat over here. The chat is still running over on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So please continue chatting if you like. You can ask questions, get opinions, etc. Otherwise, we're gonna do a nice cozy chunk of writing. It is currently 7:22 Central here, so we're gonna go for the next about hour and 15 hour and 20 minutes and just get some work done on our passion projects. So if you have a cup of tea, if you have your water, I always encourage writers to hydrate. We are very dehydrated people. With all the caffeine and sugar and, alcohol, if you drink that, it's very easy to get dehydrated. And so I've got multiple beverages here. I encourage you to have a cozy and or hydrating beverage. This is herbal ginger and turmeric tea. I know I was going to have some caffeine and then I didn't. I talked myself out of it. Yes, hydrate, don't dihydrate. Thank you, Sarah. That is exactly perfect. Wonderful. So, yeah, during this time, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself so you don't hear me like typing and clickety clacking. Otherwise, you're welcome to play any sort of music you like on your end of things. Also, popular people listen to rain sounds or white noise to help them focus. Or if you're like me, complete silence is your jam. And for me, it depends what mood I'm in. Usually I prefer writing in silence because I'm just so easily distracted. Song lyrics will have me thinking about anything other than what I'm supposed to be writing. So it gets a little tricky. All right, my friends, should we do this? Oh, you know what? I should say one more thing. If you are here and you do not have a writing project, you are welcome to start one. You are also welcome to do anything else creative that you like. I have a bunch of coloring books next to me here. I'm not going to do those tonight, but they are an excellent option. Do some doodling, do some knitting, um, put together your pen of the month club, which I love, Deb. I love that so much. Um, yeah, use this time in a way that feels creatively fulfilling to you. And along that line, if you do have a writing project that you're working on and thinking about it makes your brain feel like it's being scraped with sandpaper, or thinking about it makes you feel dead inside or really sad, um, maybe give it a try, but don't push yourself too hard. You may be burned out. You may need to take just a step away from it. If you need to do that, take a nap, play some video games, read a book, whatever it is that helps you fill up your creative well so then you can pour out again. That is so important. It's not something we learn to do as writers in any writing program that I've seen. Maybe there are some out there who do it and who encourage you to refill your creative energy and your creative well. But I have yet to see that. Yes, JC Henry says, let's go. I love it. Sarah's getting a munchies ad on Twitch. Oh, JC Henry says, I'm drinking water this evening. Fantastic. Maybe ginger tea. I love it. All right, friends, I will be here in the comments, but let's go ahead and get started. I believe in you. You can do this. So let's do this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I would like to summon you back gently. If you are writing and if you are in a really good state of flow right now, I encourage you to ignore me and continue writing, continue being in that beautiful state of flow. But so yes, mute me if you like. Otherwise, how are folks feeling? How was that? Did you get some writing done? Did you get some reading done? Did you get nothing done, which is perfectly good and healthy? Um, it's yeah, something I'm still working on myself is being okay, not producing anything. Ah, hustle culture. Yes. So yeah, hi, Laura's here. Hello, JC Henry and Alyssa and Takashi and Jason the fantasy writer all uh have some really really great contributions to the comments. Yes, how did that go? I saw Alyssa is watching Once Upon a Time on Disney Plus to get inspired to find the right fairy tale to retell, which I love. Good. Tiffany says, so good. I managed to summarize my whole novel into 5 sentences. That is quite a feat. Oh my gosh, I've always been really horrible at that. 5 sentences. Wow. Is this for a pitch, for a one sheet, for an agent query? Um, I am very curious to know. Ah, I ended up. Oh, heck yeah. JC Henry says I drank 2 bottles of water and completed my main character profile. That's amazing. And Tiffany says, and I managed to put my dishes away. That is fantastic. Oh, just like checking off all the things on the list. Oh, I love it. I love it. I did a little bit of journaling here in my journal, and then I ended up reading the Robert Aikman story for tomorrow's story club. So I won't I'm not supposed to like bend or lean over a whole lot with my back still healing, so trust me, the anthology is right here and I would pick it up if I could. But yeah, tomorrow story club is at I want to say 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. We are reading Larger Than Oneself by Robert Aikman. Again, I just discovered Robert Aikman. Laura, who is briefly in the chat and may not be here anymore, introduced me to his work with The Coffin House, which is a very, very short story. Um, Larger Than Oneself is a little bit longer. So if you want to give Robert Aikman a try, you can find The Coffin House for free. It's there's people reading it out loud on YouTube if you want to listen to it, or if you would like to read it yourself. I just Googled it and was able to find it. It is yeah. I don't want to say it's out of print or anything, but it was easy to find in a literary journal online for free. So definitely a great short story by a very interesting writer. So, yes, excellent. Takara says, I got to verse 2 of my new character's first single. I love it. I love it. I love that you get to write music and the story, and I like that they're part of each other. That is fantastic. Oh, Tiffany, that's fantastic. Tiffany says, I won an editor revision of my outline in an auction. She's helping me make sure my story isn't disjointed. Then, when I'm done, I want another editor who will help me with pitching my manuscript. You're just winning. I love this. That's fantastic. I really hope they end up being helpful. It sounds like already you're kind of making some good progress, at least with the summarizing. Um, but yeah. Oh, fantastic. Yes. JC Henry says, congratulations, Tiffany. Yes, very much. I feel like I don't know if you're like normally like extremely lucky or if this is like I don't know, not to be superstitious, but like, oh, the universe is like, yes, yes, you should write. Um, yeah, I hope everything turns out wonderfully. I would love to hear what they say about your work. Oh, my friends. I think I just sighed really loud into the mic, so sorry if that blew out your eardrums, but this has been a very nice, calm, gentle evening. I hope that you found some, I guess, community in your creativity. I hope that you found some warmth and encouragement here. I do these ride alongs every Wednesday evening from 7 to 9 p.m. Central, which is 6 to 8 p.m. No, that's not true. 7 to 9 p.m. Central is 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. There you go. 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific. So, yeah, these are always here for you. Tiffany says, not always lucky, just good at beating people at an auction. Heck yes. I love that. Uh, Drayton, or excuse me, Drayton. I don't know why I said your name weird. Drayton says, I got 9 characters made. Penny Penzy, Clicky McQuick, Galena Glimmer, Sir Sketchalot, Craymond Waxman, Hugh Lighter, Doc Scribbles, and Techie Todd the Smarty Stylist. So these are pens for Deb's Pen of the Month Club, and those are amazing and punny and wonderful names. So Drayton, that's really delightful. And Takara, you got a name for your character, Cyrus Cameron. That's very good. Yes. Wonderful. Well, those of you who know me know that around like 9 p.m. I start getting real sleepy because then I wake up really early and I write. But thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, even if you just stopped by, if you just popped in, if you're watching the replay. Hello, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so delighted that you decided to spend some time here with us in this community of writers. It is always just such a joy to be here with each and every one of you. So I'm going to wish you all the best of luck the rest of this week as you either make some progress on your creative projects or you wait until the next time you can make more progress on your creative projects. Again, doing Story Club tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know why I'm so bad at time zones. And there is a new Right Now podcast episode out if you haven't listened to it yet. This everything I do is completely free, so you can enjoy that if you like, whenever you like. So, all right, friends. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Um, keep in touch. We are out on our Discord. If you are not a member of that, let me know. But yeah, take good care of yourselves, rest well, and I will see you next Wednesday, if not before then. All right. Bye for now.